Hey guys, and welcome back to another video. I am the Twisted Jedi, and today's video is going to be a spin-off of yesterday's video where I discussed a bunch of skin ideas for all the villains currently in Battlefront 2. Well, seeing as you guys enjoyed that video so much, and I got a bunch of comments saying do the video for the hero skins, I thought I would jump on today and do just that for you. If you didn't catch my video yesterday featuring all the skin ideas for the villains, then I'll have a card on screen and a link in the description for you guys to check out as well. If you guys are new here, feel free to subscribe for everything Star Wars in the future. And I know how much you guys hate the word soon, so I'm not going to make you guys wait for this video. Let's get right into it. Alright, so I'm going to start off at the end and kind of work my way backwards. So let's start off with Finn and his skin ideas. I have 3 different appearances for him. The first one is relatively low key and could be a cheap skin, and that is his officer disguise from The Last Jedi, where he and Rose attempted to infiltrate the lead Star Destroyer and shut down the hyperspace tracking. It's simple and easy. There's already officer outfits in the game. All you have to do is put Finn's face on it and maybe give him the hat as well. DICE could put a really cheap price point on this one, and I still think people would buy it. Personally, I would just use credits on it, but it's a cool skin nonetheless. The next 2 skins could be significantly more expensive, but I really think people would pay for them because they are pretty awesome. The first one is FN2187 from The Force Awakens, where Finn has his stormtrooper armor on, the red blood markings over his helmet. This would be really cool to see in game, but they would have to do it in a way that makes him stand out from the regular stormtroopers really obvious. Otherwise, they'd never shoot at him, and it'd just become too difficult, and Finn would rack up like hundreds and hundreds of kills. So they definitely have to find a way to do that, but it would be awesome to see that in game. Now, the third skin is absolutely hilarious, and personally, this is something I would actually pull my wallet out for and say, here you go, EA. Have some money and let me play Finn in this ridiculous outfit. So what is it that the Twisted Jedi would actually pay money for? Well, here it is. Remember in The Last Jedi, right at the beginning of the film when Finn wakes up from his coma? He has this ridiculous looking bubble suit on and is leaking fluids all over the ship and stumbling around like an idiot. That's the skin I want. Whether playing with this skin myself or just seeing it on another person playing Finn, it would immediately make me crack up laughing and brighten my whole day. After all, that's what video games are supposed to do, right? So that's what I would pay some real money for. Would you guys? Moving on, we have Rey, and for her, I have a couple of different outfit ideas, and one that I have previously mentioned in one of my videos, so I'm going to start with that one first. This one is Rey's Arc 2 skin, where she is wearing the poncho. This outfit not only looks cool, but is almost reminiscent of when other characters wore ponchos, like Qui-Gon Jinn in The Phantom Menace, and Luke Skywalker in the original trilogy, so this is definitely a must-have for me, and could probably be put with right around a medium price point and still get bored. I wouldn't personally pay money from my wallet for it, but I would definitely save up the credits, and I think the grind would be worth it. Another cool skin for Rey would be with the X-Wing helmet on from the start of The Force Awakens. That would be pretty awesome, but I see that as being a cheaper skin as well, and considering the helmet was way too big for her head, it would be funny to see her running around with the helmet just bobbling all over the place. If they didn't do that and they just sort of tightened it to fit her head, I'd be okay with that as well, because it is a cool looking skin. And the last appearance for Rey is her Jedi training outfit. Now we already have the scavenger outfit, which are her light sort of tan colored robes that we see throughout The Force Awakens. And we also have her Last Jedi appearance, which is her darker set of robes. But the skin I want for this next appearance is the one where she meets Luke on Arc 2 for the first time. She has that kind of grey, high collared vest on, and it looks a little bit different to her usual robed outfits. So I think this could be a really nice appearance for her. And again, with a low to medium price point. Getting into some skins for Lando, and these two are super obvious, and almost everyone has mentioned both of them to me before. The first one is Lando on Bespin, with the blue shirt on. It's a classic look for Lando, and it just makes sense. It could be a cheap option, and then with the more expensive option, could be the blue and yellow caped version of Lando from the Solo: A Star Wars Story trailers. I think you can all agree that if they face scan Donald Glover and put this outfit on him, people would buy it. Now, with the Solo movie fast approaching, I think they're gonna give us this skin anyways, because it just makes sense to do it. Nobody knows if season 2 will be Solo or Clone Wars, but regardless of what it is, I feel like they would have to give us this skin when the movie drops, along with a young Han Solo. Whether that be in timed challenges, or you can just purchase it with credits or money, whatever you want to do, I really think that's going to be a cool option. Now I want to talk about Chewie. Honestly, he was a little bit difficult to find skin ideas for. One is pretty plain and boring and would have to cost next to nothing for people to actually buy, and that's Chewie's second bandolier that we see in the Solo trailer. I mean, this doesn't really change his appearance much, and I feel like they may as well just give it to us for free, but if we're gonna get the Lando appearance and the Chewie appearance, if they're gonna do that with the movie drop, it makes sense just to give us the Chewie one as well. But the second Chewie appearance is hilarious, and it is Chewie with C-3PO strapped to his back. I've had so many people tell me that they want this appearance for Chewie, and with the lack of customization that his character offers throughout the movies, then this would definitely be an awesome option. If you guys can think of any other Chewie skins we could possibly have, definitely let me know down in the comments, because I couldn't think of too much off the top of my head. This skin could be more expensive, and they could give 3PO voice lines to be said while on Chewie's back, which would be really sick and something worth spending money on to hear him talk mid-battle. After writing that bit, I thought about it a little bit more, and another skin that we could do for Chewie that I thought would be pretty cool is the same regular Chewie skin we have now, but with one minor detail. Seeing as I mentioned the Chewie C-3PO skin on his back, why not stick with the same theme and have Chewie with a Porg on his shoulder? Chewie has a bunch of encounters with Porgs in The Last Jedi, including trying to eat one, which is hilarious, so it just makes sense to have a skin where he has a Porg on his shoulder. And again, you could have the Porg make noises when Chewie is being shot at, which would be really, really funny, hearing that scream that they make throughout random points in the battle. So that's going to be all the Chewie skins. Let's move on to the next hero. Another difficult one for hero skins is Yoda. Yoda doesn't really have too many appearances that differ in the movies that we see him in. In the prequels, he almost wears an identical outfit to the original trilogy, so what could we possibly do? Well, a simple one would be just put his hood up and have him run around like that. It wouldn't really justify an expensive skin, so it would have to be quite cheap, but Yoda definitely needs some type of different appearance, so why not try that? Again, if you can think of anything else that Yoda has as an appearance throughout the movies, definitely drop that down in the comments, because that's really the only thing that I could think of. Moving on, we are getting into our original trilogy of heroes, if that makes sense. Let me try that one again. Our trio of heroes from the original trilogies. Screw it. You guys know what I mean. It's Luke, Leia, and Han. So let's start with Han Solo. Nice, quick, and easy. I mentioned before, Lando's skin from Solo, A Star Wars Story, and I said it for Chewie as well, so let's go ahead and throw in young Han Solo and face scan the actor that plays him, whose name I can never pronounce and no one can ever remember, but you guys know who I'm talking about. It's that guy. So that's one, nice and easy. The next one is the opposite end of the spectrum, and it is old man Grandpa Han. I mean, he may as well be a grandpa at this stage. If Kylo was a normal teenager and chased girls instead of galaxy-wide domination, Han would probably be a grandpa before he died. And thinking about it now, Kylo probably wouldn't have even killed him if he had a kid, because you'd want your kid to grow up with their grandpa. So let's give Han the Gramps appearance from The Force Awakens. Now, I actually have two more appearances for Han on top of that one. The first one is standard Han from A New Hope, the appearance we all grew up watching with the original trilogy for the first time. His regular vested look, nothing crazy going on, shaved face, clean shaven, but definitely still a classic that we absolutely need. Now, lastly, this skin is a little bit different, but it's Han just after he gets defrosted from the carbonite. He has his white shirt on without the vest, wet hair, and well, you get the picture. You know what I'm talking about. And yes, I know he was blind after he dropped out of the carbonite, but who cares? This is a video game. EA, DICE, just make it work. Give us that skin. Some people will pay for it. I'll personally use credits. I just need to get that skin at some point. Next up, we have Leia, and I know how many of you want to see Slave Leia, and my good friend Lethal Lightning does not stop talking about how much he wants to see this skin, and it's definitely hilarious to think about, but we all know with Disney in charge now, it is very, very unlikely that we are going to get this appearance. If we did, then they may as well add blood into the game and cutting limbs off stormtroopers and stuff like that. Take the rating up, it's gonna be M. everything changes. Disney's not going to do that. So guys, it's just not going to happen as much as you all want. But with that being said, we could get classic Leia buns in her white princess outfit from A New Hope. That would be really cool for kind of your standard go-to skin, seeing as her comic book appearance that she has now isn't really well liked by the community. And on top of that, another cheaper skin you could do is her outfit from Return of the Jedi when they are on Endor. She's wearing a brown dress with white sleeves, her hair is out. This could be a decent option, although they would probably have to add some animations to her hair as well to make it move in the wind when she's running, but I'm assuming that's what they would have to do to make her hair work when it's not tied up. After saying these last two skins, don't think I don't have a cool option for Leia. This one is another one I would actually pay real money for. Like the Finn bubble suit, this one I would open my wallet for, and it is Bounty Hunter Leia, or Bouche Leia. Yes, it's awesome, I know. This outfit was insanely cool and definitely deserves a spot in Battlefront 2. I think I would use this like 99% of the time for Leia, and it would be really cool to see running around the map. I'm sure you'll all agree with me that this one definitely needs to be put into the game because it is her coolest appearance that she has. So this is probably the next best option. Moving on, finally, we have our last hero, and it is Luke Skywalker. And this one, there are a bunch of options. He has so many different outfits throughout the movies. So instead of rambling on forever about each one, I will try and be brief for all the ideas I had. Okay, so let's start from the beginning. We get Farm Boy Luke. If you don't know what I mean by Farm Boy Luke, then it is his appearance in A New Hope. The light-colored robes, the blue lightsaber, all of that beautiful original trilogy goodness. Second for Luke is Bespin. Now, Bespin Luke isn't in robes. He wears like this tan-colored, almost maintenance outfit look, which is different, but definitely another cool skin regardless. I would put this as a cheaper option for Luke, and although cool, I think there are some much better ones out there that we could get. Another cheap one we could do quickly is Hooded Luke from Return of the Jedi. Obviously, he's going to be in the black robes with his green lightsaber, but definitely chuck that hood up and make it a little bit different. I think this could be really cool as another cheap option, and a lot of people would save up credits to get that. Next up is a skin I could probably see at like a medium price point, and that is Ceremony Luke. Ceremony Luke wears the yellow leather jacket when he receives his medal from Princess Leia. This outfit would be really awesome to see in game, and I said in yesterday's video we could definitely use some more bright colors for heroes, and I think just this jacket is cool. The whole look, the whole appearance is awesome, so definitely give that one to Luke. Next up is his old man appearance from The Last Jedi. This could have a few options. You know, there's so much variety in his Last Jedi appearances. You could have hood up, hood down, Arc 2 Luke, Jedi Temple Luke when he trains Ben Solo, his appearance on Crate with the trimmed beard when he's facing off against Kylo Ren. He's a little bit younger in the way he portrays himself through the Force, so there's a million different options you could do for Old Man Luke. Getting into some expensive options for him, I would really love to see an X-Wing pilot outfit, which is of course the orange jumpsuit. You could do it with or without a helmet. Personally, I would be happy with either, but I think I'd rock the helmet more often. Or maybe you could even do both as different skins, or make it an option on the same skin to turn on and off. That way you've always got that choice there. You can make the decision whether you want the helmet or not. This outfit is definitely one of the top light side appearances on my list, besides the Finn and Bouche Leia, and again, adding more bright colors to our heroes is definitely a must. Now, finally, I have what is possibly the coolest Luke skin they could do in-game. However, there may be some issues putting it in. Any guesses on what it is? I will give you guys a few seconds to think about it. Alright, I bet most of you didn't think of it, but it is Dagobah Luke. Now, Dagobah Luke is in his training phase. He has a tank top on. His hair is wetter than Leia when Han says, "I love you." But the coolest thing they could do with this skin is Jetpack Yoda, Backpack Yoda, whatever you want to call it. Put that little green Muppet on Luke's back and have them run around the maps together, slashing stormtroopers to pieces. I think this would just be epic and super hilarious. That's what we want, guys. We want fun funny, we want enjoyable. You gotta enjoy the games you're playing. Do you know what I'm saying? This would make me enjoy playing Luke so much more, and I already love using him as it is. The only problem with this skin is if Yoda was spawned as a playable character on the map at the same time, it would be weird having two of them out there at once. But maybe if Yoda is already spawned, they could just do Dagobah Luke without Yoda on his back, and then if Yoda wasn't being used, have him on Luke's back. I think this skin I would probably pay some money for as well, because let's be honest, it's hilarious, and it's the hilarious skins and badass skins which are the ones we want and I would actually consider paying for. Maybe if Yoda is already on Luke's back and then someone goes to spawn in as him, he could like drop off Luke's back and disappear, something like that. I don't know how they'd make it work, but they could figure something out, surely. So guys, you made it to the end of probably one of my longest videos to date. I'm so glad you all got here. What did you think of all these hero skins? Drop a comment down below which one you liked the best. And if I missed any that you can think of, then drop that comment down there as well. Leave a like if you laughed at any point in this video, because I was laughing through the whole way of writing my script. I found it really enjoyable to do. And if you guys are new, be sure to subscribe to the channel. I've never had so much fun making videos, and the response from you guys has been awesome. You guys are really loving what I've been doing lately, and it's making me enjoy making content so much more. So again, thank you guys all for watching. Go check out my villain skins video from yesterday, and may the force be with you always.